This episode of Chrisley Confessions 2.0 is brought to you by Booking.com. Booking.com offers a wide array of hotels and vacation rentals across the U.S., so you can find exactly what you're looking for. There's something for everyone, even those who are impossible to please. Find exactly what you're booking for. Booking.com. Booking.yeah. Book today on the site or in the app.
Welcome to Chrisley Confessions 2.0. I'm here with my lovely bride, Julie, today, as usual. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Well, I'll just say fine.
Okay, we'll go.
I'll just say fine. Yesterday was my birthday.
Yes.
And I'll just say it was fine.
Are you kidding me?
It was actually pretty good.
We celebrated on Sunday. We went out to lunch yesterday.
I got a gift yesterday.
Yeah, you got a gift on Sunday from your daughter.
Yes. So I have gotten some good gifts, but I'm not going to talk about them or y'all will say I'm bragging. But I'll tell you next episode. But no, I had a good birthday. I was asked how old I was so many times, and I said I was the same age today as I was 10 years ago.
Yeah, I know.
So that is how old I am, folks. I'm the same age today as I was 10 years ago.
Actually, I think the internet says you're like 56 or 57.
And I am, and that's a lie.
And that is a lie.
The devil is
58.
The devil is a lie.
No.
The devil is a lie. I am 47 years old. You cannot trust anything that the internet says.
Okay. Yeah.
So how does it feel to be married to a younger man?
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Because you know that people say that you're older than I am.
Okay.
How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel just fine.
No, it don't. You say no, it don't. It makes you so mad when that happens.
No, it doesn't.
Julie, I just told you last week or 2 weeks ago something was said. You go, I hate that bitch.
And I don't even know her. It's okay.
But we've had a good week.
Yes.
I mean, it's only Tuesday.
Yeah, it's only Tuesday. So we'll let it go.
But no, we've had a good week. We've had a lot of great feedback on the podcast that we did with Nathan that I did with Nathan that you were not here for.
Right.
That has got my whole life turned upside down about religion. But you know what I've always said about churches, that if the pastor's living better than the congregation, we need to be looking at that. Well, Nathan has looked at every one of them. And then he got started. You can't talk about Billy Graham to me.
Yes.
But then he got started on Franklin. I said, we can't talk about the Grahams.
Oh, my
I just will not allow such. Then I had to say, because I am tied to a lot of people of God, that he says, and like Joel, I said, we can't talk about Joel Osteen. And he said, actually, there's nothing bad to say, because he's done all this research in the filings, the tax filings, and all that stuff.
Right.
And so some of the people I didn't know, and I let him talk about them. But some of the people that I knew,
right,
that he started getting too close to my front door, I was like, But he didn't really have nothing bad to say about my people.
Okay, that's good.
But so I've invited him to come back with the receipts. Mm-hmm. I said, bring me the receipts.
Right.
If you've got the receipts, then, because he's doing a documentary. And so, you got to be careful when you start messing with God and Todd.
Yeah, you do.
So I'm
For
like,
sure.
Yes. So I'm like, Lord, please bless this podcast. And if this man's lying, strike him dead on Chrisley Confessions. I don't
want anybody dead on here.
Well, would make for a hell of ratings. So that was a great podcast. And then, of course, your mother-in-law.
Yes.
Who is so foul sometimes at the things that she comes on this podcast and says.
No, I know who's the foul one.
But I had her. Have you watched the podcast?
No,
yet?
I have not.
Well, I had her to ask.
I know that, and we're not even going down that road.
If you was a good daughter-in-law, you would have taught her what that was.
No, Todd, you were wrong for that.
I got some other questions lined up for our next week.
I'm sure you do. Well, last night we said, I told her you were going out of town.
I'm going back. I'm going to DC.
Bye.
I'm going to DC, and then going back to. Mm-hmm. I'll be going back home to Texas from there. And I love popping in here to Nashville now.
Right.
I love that.
Yeah.
But so I'm going back home to Texas after DC. But my mother informed Julie last night that Julie said, well, you know he won't be here. He's going to DC and then back to Texas. And Mama said, bye. I mean,
She said, well, maybe we'll have some peace.
yes. And I mean, like, I'm never hardly here with her. And she goes, bye. And because she wants to do everything her way. And you and I both know that her way is not the best way.
Well, it is for her.
Well, but
And you want to do everything your way.
because my way is the best way.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, my mama thinking that she can wear a size 3 is not in her best interest. We need to put a 1 in front of that.
Leave your mother alone.
I'm just trying to say everything's not in her best interest, and you cater to that. You cater to anything she says and said, I don't blame you, Faye, that's fine. Knowing that what you catering to is wrong.
I'm just not going to argue with her. She's 82 years old.
Folks,
Why?
let me just tell you.
81,
Let me just tell you
sorry.
what she did last week. She knows that I've told her, stay out of the laundry room. Don't go in that laundry room. You can do whatever you want to with your shit. Don't touch none of mine, none of Julie's, none of Chloe's. I've been washing clothes since I was 8 years old. And I said, well, it looks like you have reverted back to when you started at 8 years old. I go in there and I open the dryer door and there's a sweater of hers in there. And folks, it's this big. She has washed a sweater. Now, we all know that Nanny is a little fluffy.
Washed and dried.
She washed and dried a sweater that clearly said dry clean only. But she does not believe in dry cleaning because that's a waste of money. That's why God gave you washers and dryers. It's this big. And I walked out of the laundry room. Tell them what she told me. Tell them what she told me.
She said, oh, it'll stretch out.
She said, it's one of them short ones.
Oh, yeah, that's
I
what-
said, nah, heifer, you ain't at 82 going out here and rocking a crop top. I mean, the shit that she comes up with.
I don't know why she puts them in the dryer.
I don't know, Julie, because she wants to sit on that phone and look at her IT babies.
Yeah, that's what she said last night. It was IT babies.
And I said, what are you talking about these IT babies? Because she loves the AI babies, because there's some AI babies that's been generated of our family and of Medea and all that. And she loves the AI babies. And she said, oh, I love my IT babies. And I said, IT babies? And I looked at Julie and Julie goes, I said, what in the hell's IT babies? I was on the phone with Savannah.
Yeah.
And Julie, I said, Savannah, what is IT, baby? She goes, I don't know. Mama said, I'll show you. And I pulled it up and said, it plainly says AI babies.
Yeah.
I said, Mama, how did you screw up 2 letters? It wasn't even a word that you had to screw up. It was just 2 letters. AI, you turned into IT.
Well,
She said, you know what I was talking about, English teacher. So that was part of my birthday yesterday.
yeah.
So it's been we've had a pretty good little run here for the last couple of weeks. Been fairly calm.
Yeah.
But you know, when it's calm, a storm is brewing.
Yes, it always is. It always is.
So,
I got back from my trip. Savannah
Yes.
and I were away.
what can you tell us on Chrisley Confessions?
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. It's a project Savannah and I were working on with some other amazing women.
But were they all amazing?
You know, they really were. I had no issues I didn't have an issue with anyone.
Well, I know when I interview Savannah, it's going to be a different version.
Well, that may be, but I had no issues with anyone.
But you rarely do.
Look, I actually won this. I won this
Cartier love
bracelet.
And why did you win it?
We were playing this game and everyone's sitting in a circle and you had to it was kind of like a newlywed. You know, they were like, okay, who would you want to be on a deserted island with? And then you had to put up the name and everybody's name except for your own was in this box, right? And so it was, who do you think is most trustworthy? And they all picked me.
An ex-felon
Well, most of them did. Like, I don't remember it, but I won it because more people picked me than anybody
Won't
else.
God do it?
And I won this bracelet. I was so happy.
Because you were the one that people trusted the most.
Yeah. I was so happy.
If I would have been there.
Yeah. I would have still probably won, but that's okay. Yeah. So it was a fun time. We had a really good time. This episode is brought to you by Booking.com. Booking.com offers a wide array of hotels and vacation rentals across the U.S., so you can find exactly what you're booking for. There's something for everyone, even those who are impossible to please. Whether you're booking for yourself, your partner, your picky teens, your sleep light, rise early mom, or your high maintenance group chat, you can find exactly what you're booking for. You all know that I have lots of high maintenance people in my family, from my kids to my husband. I mean, it's off the chain. And if we can find our perfect stay on Booking.com, anybody can. Find exactly what you're booking for. Booking.com, booking.yeah. Book today on the site or in the app. I feel like we've all been in this position at one point in our life. And if you haven't, well, you're a lucky one, but I can guarantee you know someone who's been injured in an accident. Did they hire an attorney to help recoup compensation? Why wouldn't they hire a personal injury attorney? Was it due to the fact that they're worried about what people think? Well, let me tell you something. There's so many unexpected consequences that you should really think of, whether that's being able to work or being able to take care of your children. That's why I'm going to tell you about Morgan & Morgan. Morgan & Morgan is America's largest injury law firm. They have over 100 offices nationwide and more than 1,000 lawyers. With over $30 billion recovered for over 500,000 clients, Morgan & Morgan has a proven track record of fighting to get you full and fair compensation. If you are injured by the negligence of another, you deserve to be paid. If you're ever injured, you can check out Morgan & Morgan. Their fee is free unless they win. Yes, that's right. Their fee is free unless they win. To learn more, go to forthepeople.com/Chrisley or dial #law, that's 529. To learn more, go to forthepeople.com/Chrisley or dial #law, 529. This is a paid advertisement. I did hurt myself a little bit. We were doing an activity and I fell into the water and kind of...
You told me that happened in our bedroom.
Shut up. But I'm much better now. So
let me ask you something. Talking about this island or whatever that you referenced. If you had to choose one person in our family that you had to be deserted with that was going to get you off of that island safely, who would it be?
You, of course.
She knows the real deal. You know the real deal.
Of course. So that was fun. So it'll be coming like first quarter of 27. So
I want me and Savannah. Do they still do that thing, Amazing Race or whatever?
Yeah, I think so.
I want me and Savannah to do Amazing Race because I think I know that Savannah and I can do that.
That would be a good thing for y'all to do.
I want me and Savannah to do Amazing Race.
We ought to write in and
I have an agent. Why do I need to be writing in? Let him earn his commission. So what was different? Because it was a very different experience for you than what you're accustomed to.
Yeah.
Because you were filming like how many hours a day?
A lot. And till very, very late at night. And I'm not really a late night person. So,
no, she's like in the assisted livings when you see the elderly people, the lights kind of go off midday. Julie's lights go off. Julie's lights go off kind of midday.
No, that's not true. But our house is quiet at night. We're not like night owls. I mean, you stay up sometimes, but
I'm right there beside you. I'm on the computer or watching TV.
Right.
Folks, let me just tell you.
Okay, we're talking about my thing.
Oh, I was ready to move on. I was bored, but go ahead.
Okay, never mind.
No. I want you to go ahead and finish.
So it was a new project that I'm super excited about. I think everyone's going to love it. Mm-hmm. Some amazing people. Mm-hmm. It was quite the ensemble, let me say. Mm-hmm. So as we get closer, I'm sure there'll be a few more little sneak peeks.
Well, as you were saying that our house is very quiet, Grayson turned me on. Now, these are older movies, but I had never watched it with Morgan Freeman, who that we love, and Gerard Butler. And it was Olympia Falling or Olympia Down or something, and then it was Lost Angel. It's like 3 movies. I became addicted. I watched all 3 of them in one day.
Oh my gosh.
And
I can't do that.
They were so, I told you the lights go out after about 30 minutes of being up. Mm-hmm. It was those are such good movies. I love those. And then I watched Madison, the Taylor Sheridan thing with Michelle Pfeiffer, who looks amazing. Still,
I did watch a little bit of that.
Tell me what you watched.
I can't remember, but I did see a little bit of it.
And folks, this is the thing, because we've already talked about this on a previous podcast of how she gets mad because I go ahead and finish a show. If it's 3 episodes, it'll take you 9 months to watch it.
That's not true, but
tell me a series that you've ever watched that you can tell me from beginning to end.
I don't know, but
thank you.
Because I'm always doing something.
That doesn't mean that I have to be subjected to watching. Welcome to Sex and the City. Todd, can you turn that off and we'll pick it back up tomorrow? 3 days later, welcome to Sex and the City scene. Todd, can you turn that off and we'll watch it tomorrow? No, I'm watching it now. But I watched the Madison, and I have to tell you, if season 2 doesn't pick up, because I told you, I was really disappointed in it because I was so excited because I love his work. Mm-hmm. But I just am not there yet. I watched the first 5 episodes in one day. And I love Michelle Pfeiffer, but I've always loved her.
Yeah.
And I love her in this role. But I need for her to become just a bad bitch. I mean, I'm not going to tell y'all in case y'all haven't watched it, but she's supposed to be the HBC now. Mm-hmm. And she has started doing a little bit of it in that last season.
You mean the last episode?
The last episode of season 1. But I need it to pick up because it had Kurt Russell in it. Well, Kurt Russell's in it too. And it has the guy from Party of 5, one of the oldest brother that was in Party of 5.
Okay.
And so I like him. And but I just am not, because I always try to kind of find something that's kind of a family. If it's about a family,
right?
I try to figure out which one of them, is my child.
Like Beth and Savannah?
Yes, because we said from season 1 of Yellowstone that was me and Savannah.
Yeah.
And so, but this one, I mean, I'm not going to say too much about it because I'll start getting shade on it. But there's really not a Savannah. Okay. Even though there's 2 daughters, there's really not a Savannah.
Okay.
So I'm hoping that that's going to pick up. So that one, I'm not, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to rate it for you right now. It's probably a 5. So Michelle can only do so much. I know how she feels right now. Mm-hmm. The load is heavy. You can only carry so many people.
Yeah.
But thus far, it's a 5 for me. And so that's really the only thing that I've been able to watch that's new, other than the movies that you and I make.
Shut up. You are so stupid. And a liar. And
she falls asleep there too. Once the camera's set up, you turn around, you're like, I'm ready to go. And you start the music and you look over.
Shut up, Lon. You are so stupid.
But so tell me what's on your mind. What have you been thinking about recently besides me?
I have been thinking about how we have almost been out of prison a year. Isn't that crazy?
What is it, the 28th? May the 28th?
May the 28th.
May the 28th.
It'll be 1 year. That is crazy to even think about it.
And see,
I mean, sometimes it seems like just yesterday, and then sometimes it seems like forever ago.
I do have flashbacks sometimes.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to talk about what just happened the other day when I threw it down.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I was, just tell it.
Yeah.
So I'm in the bathroom shaving and I've got my phone on speaker. Julie's sitting at her makeup table doing her makeup and I'm talking to this individual. And folks, when
He's talking to somebody who was at their summer camp.
So when I was at my summer camp, we had a code word.
But we're not going to say
I'm not going to say that one.
No.
Just for my room, I had a word that Terrence was the lookout for that he would always have to do, which he hated to have to say that word. But we had someone that was, the guy was Puerto Rican, and he would stand at the front door and he'd holler, "Vente, vente." Well, that meant get rid of the phones. So I was on the phone shaving the other day. Julie's at her makeup table doing her makeup. And I'm on the phone with this person, and all of a sudden you heard, "Vente, vente." I dropped my phone. And
I was like, what are you doing?
I just stood there, and she goes, because her mirror's here, she goes, "What are you doing?" I said, "It's a go." And I realized I'm not in prison. I jumped and grabbed my phone. And I'm like, can you believe that I just did that?
Yeah.
But that's like PTSD. It was a flashback.
Yeah, I
Scared
guess
the
so.
shit out
I
of
wouldn't
me.
know about that.
I know, because she never used a phone, never had any outside food.
No.
I always followed every rule.
Yes, I did. I did.
I did too.
But I cannot believe it's been almost a year. I mean, it's been crazy to think.
Yes, it's been crazy. And then, of course, it's getting even crazier because, Savannah's now on this journey to, go kidnap her eggs and freeze them or whatever she's going to do. And so she just started that this week.
Yes. Yeah. She's sharing that on social media. So we're not.
That's the only reason I'm saying it.
Yes.
But because she wants to document her journey so that it helps other young women. And so I call and check on her every morning and every night. And we talk a million times a day. But before I go to bed, I check on her. When I wake up, that's the first message that I send out. "How did you sleep last night? Are you okay?" And so this morning, she's actually going to go to the gym with me, but she's only going to do the treadmill because she can only walk. So I'm going to work out while she does the treadmill. And then my daughter and I will probably do lunch if she forces me to. And then I have calls the rest of the day for other stuff that I'm doing.
Yes. Chloe has a track meet today.
And I told her, she comes in second one more time. I said, you better run like your daddy did when he got out of prison.
Well, so we have a track meet today. So we'll see how that goes.
It'll be fine.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
Yeah.
As she told me the other day, she said, "I know how old you really are." And I said, "Okay." And she comes up with some fake ass number. And I said, "Lies, 46. She goes, "Lies, I tell you, lies." And I busted out laughing. And I told her, she said, "Daddy, you just need to tell the truth about your age." And I said, "Chloe, we live in a country now to where people can dress up as cats and walk down the sidewalk and say that they're a cat. I can say how old I want to be."
Well, but when your kids get to be older than what you say you are, that's kind of
No,
an
I don't
issue.
do that. I
Even though our
backtrack.
kids aren't good at math, you still cannot. You can only push it so
But I
far.
backtrack. I mean, I'm not going to catch up with the two oldest ones. I'm going to stay kind of like a little bit ahead of them, like where it's legitimate that I had them.
Well, at 48, you're not.
Well,
You just said you're 48.
I could have been 15.
15?
The oldest is what?
She'll be 37 this year.
God, I'm 42 already.
So
That puts me at 52. Right?
what?
That's a lie.
Yeah.
I tell you, it's a lie.
52? What do you mean? Oh, I don't know. But
Well,
I'm
if
just
she's
saying.
37 and I said I had her at 15, I'd be 52.
Okay, that's fine.
Then we wonder where
But-
they get the math from.
But no, that's not true. But that's still pushing it. So,
Not from where we from.
well, I don't know about you. I wasn't having kids at 15.
I did. I had my first one at 15. My next one at 16.
Now you got to say, you're 52.
Lies, I tell. That's right. I'm not 52. I'm 46. They're adopted.
9. You're 9.
Do you get stressed? Well, if you don't, I'd honestly be concerned. If you've spent even 5 minutes on social media lately, you've heard more bad news than your brain ever asked for. And if you have children, especially adult children, you are stressed 24/7, which is one of the many reasons why my stress levels are always on constant alert. That's where cortisol calming from Veracity comes in. Stress doesn't always shout. Sometimes it creeps in as sleepless nights, cravings, or just low-grade anxiety. Cortisol calming from Veracity helps me tackle that quiet chaos before it turns loud. This podcast is sponsored by Veracity. Welcome to an all-natural way to reduce stress. With Veracity's drug-free, clinically proven, and doctor-formulated solutions, you can support your body's need to live your healthiest life. Cortisol calming alleviates the effects of cortisol spikes, such as anxiety, brain fog, cravings, visceral fat, and slowed metabolism. With a product like Veracity, a common question is, what's the side effects? Since cortisol calming is made with 100% natural ingredients, clinical trials show no negative side effects from the ingredients in cortisol calming. So calm your stress the natural way. Head to veracityhelp.co and use code confessions for up to 65% off your order. That's VERACITY help.co for up to 65% off, and make sure you use my code confessions so they know I sent you.
I've been doing a little spring reset with my closet lately, focusing more on quality over quantity. Just building a wardrobe of pieces that are well made, versatile, and easy to reach for every day. And that's why I keep coming back to Quince. The fabrics feel elevated, the fits are thoughtful, and the price actually makes sense. Quince makes beautiful everyday pieces using premium materials like 100% European linen, organic cotton, and super soft denim, with styles starting around $50. Their spring pieces are lightweight, breathable, and effortless. The kinds of things you can throw on and instantly look put together. Quince works directly with ethical factories and cuts out the middlemen, so you're paying for quality, not brand markup. I actually love my Quince pieces that I've gotten lately. I feel like the fit is so on point. They wash up well. They feel almost tailored, and the price is beyond. I love the Quince linen tops. Have become my go-to. The fabric feels substantial, but still easy to wear, and they don't cost what you would think quality linen would. So refresh your spring wardrobe with Quince. Go to quince.com/Chrisley for free shipping and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada too. Go to QUINCE/Chrisley for free shipping and 365-day returns. That's quince.com/Chrisley.
How do you feel about our move to Texas? Because like I'm kind of already there. You're coming now after Chloe's finished with school.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you feel about it?
I'm getting there.
Okay. Because I mean, you're going to be filming
I'm getting
in
there.
a whole different place.
Yeah, I'm getting there. It's going to be a change for
Right.
sure.
Right.
We'll see. I'm trying to be open and,
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love the people. Now, I love Nashville, though. I mean, I
Right.
love Nashville. I've always
do
loved
too.
Nashville. Nashville's
Yeah.
always been a good city for us. But I love Texas. I love the people. Folks, I go out to lunch or I go out to dinner with friends there.
But you're about 10 years. It's about when you get to that about 10-year mark, you got to move.
Well, I want something
you're
different.
constantly, like, it was Atlanta, which we were there a little more than 10 years, but still.
Yeah, we were there a long time.
Like 15. But then here, we've been here 10 years.
December of 2016.
Yeah, we've been here for 10 years.
Yeah.
And now you're ready to move again. So.
Well, and listen, isn't that a beautiful thing? That you have the ability to do that?
Yeah, it is.
And that you
It's
get
nice.
you continue to be stimulated by different experiences and different
Right.
people and different points of view.
Right.
I love that. But I go out to dinner, with some of my friends there, and rarely, well, I mean, I'll just go ahead and say, I haven't paid yet. I mean, I have people literally, my server coming over and saying, "Sir, that table back there, they took care of your lunch today. Or that person over there took care of your dinner.
How nice is that?
Well, you know, because I called you and told
you.
And then, of course, I had champagne sent to my table. I'm like, I don't drink, but the rest of my crew did. You know, I went into this one restaurant, and it was touted as, oh, you're going to love this food, and the food really was good. But I'm looking around, and it looked like God's waiting room for men. And all these older men kept streaming in with these beautiful girls on their arms, and girls. And so I looked around and I said, where have you brought me to? I said, because this is like God's waiting room for men. And he just laughed. He said, give it 45 minutes. He said, the room's going to get real pretty in 45 minutes. And sure enough, the room filled up. Now, granted, all of them look the same. They're all blondes. Mm-hmm. Texas is full of blondes. So I'm sitting there, and all of these girls coming in with these older men, and I'm like, are they like couples? Like, no, that one over there, they've been married for like 3 years. That one's this one. And then one of my buddies says to me later, he goes, you know, in Texas, you have 3 wives. You have a starter, an intermediate, and a closer.
Is this supposed to make me feel good about moving
Honey,
to Texas?
let me tell you something. I've raised my kids. I ain't looking to marry one. Me and you, we're going out together. Honey, we went to prison together. You think we ain't gonna ride to the end of the, we ain't getting off this train without each other. But I was just like, this really does happen. Like, this is like, I mean, hell, we know what happens personally.
Yeah.
But it's just baffling to me sometimes because I don't get that age difference. Because if you don't know my music, that's a big thing for me. If a song comes on that we were at the skating rink with,
right,
I need the chick riding with me to kind of move as that song's playing, because that's our history, that's our past, that's what we grew up with, and I can't be riding down the road and wet ass pussy come on and somebody asks me, don't you love this? Turn this up.
Todd.
That's that song y'all made me listen to and told me about.
Not y'all.
Yes,
not
y'all put it on. Y'all put it on the thing.
I have never put that on. You must be talking about.
No, it's the podcast that my 2 daughters did with you sitting there and asking me what WAP meant. Remember?
Yeah. Okay.
And I didn't know what it meant.
That wasn't me.
I'm not listening to that.
Right.
So I need you to listen to Conway and Loretta. I need you to listen to Tammy and George.
Right.
Tim and Faith. I mean, I need you to we need to grow up together.
Right.
Now, you and I are 5 years difference, and I never thought, folks, I'd marry a woman that was 5 years older than me.
Yeah.
But
shut up.
But you and I are a 5-year difference, and I think that it's different for men. I think that that when you marry a woman that is younger and the guy's taking care of himself, I think that it's okay, in a certain age group. Mm-hmm. But for me, and I'm saying this just for me, mm-hmm. I couldn't go younger than you, because then I'm getting out of that, what I'm complaining about.
Right.
So I would have to be like, so I'm 40, I'd have to marry somebody that's like 30.
Shut up.
At my age. But it doesn't work for me. And and you've said many times that you would never date a younger man, that's not something you would do.
No.
And why would you not do that?
I'm not dating, period.
But if you did, hypothetically,
it would not be a younger man.
Right.
I have sons. I'm not, like you said, I'm not looking to raise another one.
Right. So what would be your cutoff mark of dating?
Oh, God, I don't know, Todd, because we all know, you just said, someone 55 doesn't want a 55-year-old. They want a 30-year-old.
I don't.
So I would literally they'd be in the grave. So... I mean, it's the truth, though. It's the truth.
Tracy was on with us last week.
Yes.
And she said she was sitting at this dinner there in Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
And here all these young women are sitting with these older, very wealthy men that they're married to.
And then they're asking her, why are you single?
You're so beautiful.
Yeah.
And she goes, right here. Yeah. This is why I'm single.
Right. Because you can't compete with that. Like, I can't compete with a 30-year-old.
I don't know. You still got a lot of swivel in your...
Shut up, Todd. It's crazy.
You still back it up.
Yeah, shut up.
It takes you a little longer to back it up and get it reversed, but once you get there,
shut up.
I just don't. Now listen, I got to be careful how much shade I throw because it might come back. You know, my grandmother used to say, "Don't spit up in the air because you don't know where it's going to land."
Yeah.
And I'm talking about things today that might land right between my eyes. So let me just try to venture on off.
We're just speaking for you,
for my personal experience.
Exactly.
For me,
right.
That doesn't work.
Right.
I'm comfortable in my marriage. I've been comfortable with you for 463 years. And I'm not looking to change that. I would not want you to do and treat another man the way that you've treated me all these years.
Shut up.
Oh, I meant that in a good way.
Yeah, sure.
But, I do feel like that for me, that just doesn't work.
Right.
I really would not see myself going.
Well, you're not seeing yourself go anywhere. You're talking about this way too much.
Well, honey, I'm not going to ever leave you, but I'm just saying that it would not be for me to say, okay, let's just say hypothetically that I was 55. When I get there, I'm sure it'll be a great year. But let's just say hypothetically I was 55. Mm-hmm. I probably could go to 45 because that keeps me in that same music genre, movies, things like that, but not any younger than that. I would not go younger. Why are you saying that?
Because as a kid, you're talking about it way too much. We're going to move right on. Saying this is all you see in Texas, and then now you're saying
no. I didn't say it's all you see in Texas. I said that's all that was in the restaurant. I didn't say it's all you see in Texas.
Okay, so we talk all the time about all the effort that goes into skincare, between the serums, the treatments, the facials, the laser, the routines. We spend so much time and money on what we put on our skin. But the thing touching your skin for 8 hours every single night is your bedding. Bull and Branch bedding, from their organic cotton sheets to their breathable pillows and comforters, is made with ultra clean materials that are gentle on skin and free from harsh chemicals. Their fabrics are breathable, soft, and temperature regulating, so you're not overheating or tossing and turning. When your entire bed is made with better materials, it supports the kind of sleep that actually helps your skin recover overnight. A lot of people start with the signature sheets and then add the matching pillowcases and a waffle blanket, because that combination makes the whole bed feel softer and cooler. And I have actually ordered another set for Grayson because he's going to be coming home from college, and the one thing that he told me was, Mom, please make sure that my Bull and Branch sheets are on the bed. That's the least I can do because I just want him to come home. So I absolutely love the quality. I love how with every wash, they get softer and softer. Your bed just feels better and you can feel the quality immediately. So upgrade your sleep with Bull and Branch. Get 15% off your first order plus free shipping at bullandbranch.com/confessions with code confessions. That's Bull and Branch, BOLLAND, branch.com/confessions, code confessions to unlock 15% off. Exclusions apply.
Okay, I want to take a minute to share something really important to me, and that's Good Girl RX, a female-focused health and wellness company created by my daughter, Savannah. As women, we so often put everyone else first and ignore our own health, or we're just told to push through instead of being truly listened to. What I love about Good Girl RX is that it's built around real medical care and compassion. Through their telehealth platform, women can meet virtually with licensed medical providers who take the time to review your health history and goals. If it's clinically appropriate, your provider may discuss personalized treatment options, including GLP-1 medications like tirzepatide, as well as wellness therapies such as NAD. Everything is determined by a doctor and tailored to the individual. As a mother, it means everything to me that this company was created to help women feel supported instead of judged. Everyone's journey is different. Results vary, and not everyone qualifies, but having access to licensed physicians who truly listen can make all the difference. If you're ready to take a step toward prioritizing your health, visit goodgirlrx.com and use code CONFESSIONS15 for 15% off at checkout. Medical care is provided by licensed physicians.
But I will tell you one of my favorite restaurants that I love in Texas, and this tells you how great a concept when people get something right. We love Houston's.
Yes.
We love Houston's.
Yes.
And it's always been a wonderful restaurant for us. Our kids, we would take them there all the time growing up. And it's the Hillstone
It's really
Group.
the only reason I'll go back to Atlanta.
It's the Hillstone Group.
Yeah.
We have loved them, loved those guys that put that together because it was such a wonderful, consistent menu, atmosphere, everything. Then we moved to California, and they had a Houston's, and then they opened Gulfstream.
Yep.
And I fell in love with Gulfstream. It was a somewhat different menu because they had mustard-based barbecue. The original Houston's had tomato-based barbecue. And we loved their Dover sole at Gulfstream. But the thing about Hillstone Group, you can't be messing with them boys because they will get the fuck up and walk out.
Yeah.
You try to jack their rent up and they're gone to the next location. So we lost our Houston's, then we lost our Gulfstream. So then we would have to drive to Orange County to go to the Gulfstream down there.
Yeah. But we do go to South Beverly Grill. So that's
we
good.
go to South, now we go to South Beverly Grill there in Beverly Hills because that's the same thing. And so we love that. But I go to Texas, I go to Dallas, and I'm there meeting with our agent and all this other stuff. And I go to this, one of our friends, Corinne, she said, oh, you should go to Hudson House. And I said, okay, where is it? So the first one that we went to was in Fort Worth. And the people were so lovely, but the food was so good. And I said to Jude, I said, well, this will be my hangout. Because once I find a place that I like, I really don't go anywhere else. So we ended up in Dallas is where we're going. So it started off that I was going to go to Fort Worth, but then we ended up Dallas. And or Dallas proper, because Fort Worth is Dallas, Fort Worth. And so we end up going, we go and look at the house, and we come out of the gates of that neighborhood, and we're coming down. I said, oh my God, there's Hudson House. It was another one. So we go there. We had a wonderful, wonderful meal that day. People were lovely. I ate at Hudson House. When did I come home? Sunday?
Yeah.
I came home last Sunday, right?
Yeah. A week ago.
So I got back to Nashville last Sunday, and I ate at Hudson House 4 times.
Yeah.
Had my meetings.
You are a creature of habit.
Had my meetings at Hudson House, my business lunches at Hudson House. And now when I go in, the one on Lover's Lane, Alex, who's my favorite server there, as soon as he sees me coming, he goes, Mr. Christie, would you like your table on the back? I'm like, yes, I have a table. So I love Hudson House. But the reason I go back to Houston's is the owner of Hudson House used to be with the Hillstone Group.
Okay.
So that explains exactly.
So you did land the plane.
That exact.
Okay. I just was making sure.
You literally threw shade at me landing the plane.
Yeah, you did land the plane.
That explains the consistency of the food,
right?
The presentation, the atmosphere.
Yeah.
So once I found that, I'm like, okay, I'm home now.
Yeah,
this is good.
For sure.
And I was messaging you and saying, Judith, you need to order this when you come, and so forth and so on. So good times at Hudson House. So what are you going to do when I leave this week?
Well, I'm actually having a little something done.
Oh, that's right.
Tomorrow. So I'm going to be under the weather for a few days.
That's in our house. When you say you're under the weather, it means you were under the knife.
Little something. I'll keep y'all updated. So my mother-in-law will be there to take care of me and Chloe.
I will be there tomorrow because you'd have it done tomorrow.
Yes.
Then I fly to DC for my meetings there, then to Dallas, then back. But if you need me to come back, then I will. But I have a feeling that you and your best friend will have everything under control.
Fine. We'll be fine.
So I'm excited for you because you wanted to have this done.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for
and
you.
I will, when it's all over and done with, I will share.
Well, you should have the doctor on.
Yeah, maybe we'll do that.
You should have him on the podcast.
Yeah, maybe we'll do that.
Because the doctor that you chose is someone that we've known now for what, 5 years or so?
Oh my gosh, way longer than that. Yeah.
And he does great work.
Yeah.
So you're going to have your little done.
Yeah. So
And then we'll see how that turns out.
Yeah. So next week I might be a little slow moving.
So folks, I might really change my mind. I might really be with someone younger in a few weeks. Well, then I'm happy for you that you're having that done.
Yep.
And then what else? Savannah got a new car. That's been like the topic of the whole house for the last 3 days.
Yes.
My daughter got a new Ferrari, folks. Yes, I know it's vulgar. But she did it anyway. And of course, she made me drive it. And so Julie and I went out on Saturday and we just kind of zipped around in our daughter's car. And I was shocked because, I don't like a low car and you don't either.
No.
But I was shocked that it actually rode as good as it rides. Yeah. Grayson drove it on Sunday. Grayson drove it on Sunday, and he's blaring Hank Williams Jr. from the 1980s. And because Grayson is literally a 60-year-old man in a 19-year-old body.
Yeah.
And so he was blaring that, and then Chase drove it. But Savannah is just the kindest, most generous soul. Because I had called her that morning. We were going to do she was going to play golf. She called and asked me if I could go pick up 2 golf clubs for her because she was getting her makeup on to go play golf. And so I told her yes. And she said, why don't you come by and just get the car and you and Mama take it out? And so you were sitting there and I said, do you want to do it? And Julie goes, because Julie does not want her hair messed up.
Well, and
but
gosh,
that didn't
something
happen.
were to happen to it, Lord have mercy.
Well, she's insured.
I know that, but still.
What if something happened to me?
It's like driving your car. I don't like driving your car. I don't ever drive it.
But that's because you have accepted how bad of a driver you are.
No, but if something's going to happen, it's going to happen when I'm driving your car.
Which is why you shouldn't be driving my cars.
A rock will fly up and hit the windshield, or somebody will hit me, or just something will happen. So I'd rather just not drive. And I feel that way about her car.
This is the stories that she has told me over the course of our marriage. She lets the garage door down on my Lexus convertible when I had it.
That was only 25 years ago.
I'm just trying to show you track record of how consistent you've been with every car we've ever owned.
Okay.
She's tore mirrors off pulling into the garage of the Escalades. She has backed into things with the Escalades. She has wrecked. She ran over this woman in the parking lot of a church, of a school at a church. She tore a Jaguar up that she ran, zipped around and knocked the hell out of him in a church parking lot. Lied about that. Tried to cover that up. Let's see.
Because he,
Then she backed into my S550. Then she rear-ended me in the S550. Putting lipstick on. Then she comes home one day and she says, can you believe a woman let a shopping cart go and it hit the front of my car? I knew it was a homemade lie when she told it. You remember telling that one?
That wasn't me. That was your mom that says shopping cart.
No,
I never said no shopping cart.
Then, folks, you already know from the episode that we had during the ice storm where she goes to go to the grocery store and this woman comes flying around the curb and makes her take the ditch rather than get hit. And I'm sure, because every car you've ever had, you've done damage to.
And that's why I like to drive my own cars, not yours.
Yeah, you should tear up your own car that I have to pay to fix.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah, folks, we're not going to get off on this. We already know she is a habitual driver. That's where our daughter gets it.
Habitual driver or habitual bad driver?
She is a habitual bad driving offender.
Okay.
Which is where Savannah gets it.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. You've had a few yourself.
Honey, I've only had one. What are you talking about? And I was so completely confused about that. I'm still confused over it. But it took you walking me up there to say, this is what happened.
Yeah, I wasn't even.
And I literally, but listen to this. Grayson was driving the Ferrari Sunday, and we're at that one-way stop, and the same thing happened. Across over here where they merge in. Car hit another car coming out.
Oh my God! I'm glad
Because it's coming here,
Yes,
and they merge in this way. That one hit it, and I said, "Stop! This is where my shit happened. Stop!"
Oh God, that was all we need.
Right, and I said, "Stop!" And he said, "Well, it's supposed to be." I said, "At this intersection, nobody has a turn. It's whoever that gets there first. You let everyone at the other three go, and then you go." And so that's what he did. But now, Mama, on the other hand, Mama's a bad driver too, because she's tore up every rim she's got that she's blamed on every valet that she goes to. Because we never understood who she was talking about the valet. In phase language terminology, that means valet, but it's called the valet.
Yes.
There was something else that she screwed up the other day, and I said, "Mama, what are you talking about?" And she starts telling me, and I just literally sat down on the sofa and died laughing. I was crying when she said it. I said, "Mama, that is not the word you're supposed to use." "I don't give a F, Todd. You know what I'm talking." I said, "No, Mom, I didn't. This time I did not. I was stumped over this one."
Now you should have heard her last night talking about the Lakers basketball, and there's a player on there. His name is Luka Doncic.
Well, before you even tell me, I already know this one was started.
I can't even. Lucas Dominio, something. I was like, who is that? Who is that? And then I figured out because I knew he was hurt. And so I said, okay, Luka Doncic. Okay. But yeah, that was Lucas Dominio. I was like, oh, okay.
She gives everyone an alias.
Yeah.
She gives everyone an alias when she's talking.
You just have to try to decipher who it is that she's talking to.
She said the other day, she said, Todd, what's that that crazy gal you used to watch on TV? I said, who? She said, you know that one that you always loved. She was that one, you're that funny woman. What's her name? Now, folks, we have to, when Mama says funny, we don't really know what she's referencing when she says funny. Because funny could be gay or funny could be that she's funny.
Yeah.
So we never know. And I said, Mama, she said, well, I saw her the other day. She said, and she looks good. She's had work done, but she looks good.
Who is she talking about?
I'm getting ready to tell you. Because, she's on that phone all the time. And I said, she said, I'll find it. So a day or two later, folks, she shows me how good Joan Rivers looks. I said, Mama, I've loved her ever since she was on Johnny Carson. That's where it was. Yep, that's where you started watching her. You done followed her forever. She said, but she looks good, don't she? I want to go to her doctor. I said, no, you don't. No, hell, you don't. She said, why? She looks good. I said, Mama, she's dead. Is she? And she's looking at the thing. I said, Mama, you understand that just because it's on Instagram doesn't mean that they're still alive.
I know.
She said, Todd, what happened to her? I said, she went in to have work done on her throat or something. And I said, and she died. Oh my God. That's why I don't fuck with doctors and stuff. I don't mess with nobody but Dr. Peach, and because he ain't going to kill you. But I'm not messing with nobody. Todd, she's really gone. I said, yeah, Mama, she left the building, I said, many years ago. Well, Lord, that's awful. I done told you guys stay away from these doctors. They'll kill you. But now, bless her heart, for days she's been talking about how good Joan Rivers looks.
Yeah.
And didn't even know she was gone.
Yeah.
So then tell me, what is it that you you're going to be doing your stuff and you're going to be filming in Dallas. But have you ended up negotiating your contract yet with me?
About what?
Because my production company is actually producing your show.
Yeah.
So I will tell you that I do, because I don't think that you can sue me for this, but I will take sexual favors.
Shut up. Well, what's mine's mine and what's yours is mine. That's how we're going to do this.
No, one part of yours is going to be mine if you want this contract signed. So, I mean, really though, we've had a good week. Things are going well right now.
Yeah.
You know, there's still so much stuff going on in the country. I mean, I literally was laying there the other night and just started weeping over the, over us rescuing, the pilot from that ejected from the plane there in Iran, or Iran, whatever it is. And,
Wasn't that crazy?
But his first message that he sent out was God is good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but how crazy is that?
Yep.
Because, and it happened on Easter Sunday. Mm-hmm. That was amazing.
Yep. And, I think it said yesterday, it said he ejected from the flight on Good Friday, and they found him on Easter Sunday. Mm-hmm. But now our people knew where he was. We was just making sure the other side didn't know where he was, because our technology is pretty dang good. I've gotten so many messages from people talking about, my president. Yeah, he is my president. And let me let you in on a secret. He's yours too. If I had to live with Sleepy Joe's ass for 4 years, you got to live with ours for 4 years. So yeah, he is my president, and I'm going to respect him and honor him and show my appreciation for everything that he did for us and our family.
Yes.
But as I've said, as a Republican, I don't agree with everything that the Republicans do, and I don't agree with everything that the Democrats do. Right. And I think that we need to meet in the middle. But I've had so many people talk about this war that was unjustified. Have you lost your mind? We've been doing this shit with Iran for 47 years.
They were going back to, what was it, Ronald Reagan?
Bush, Reagan, Obama, Hillary Clinton, tongue-tied, hackling hyena, Kamala, what the hell ever her name is. Where she's
Biden, only thing. Everybody has said, they cannot
get rid of Iran.
They cannot have the nuclear.
And one of the producers of the show that we just wrapped she is from Iran, and her family, and the day that this happened, she was elated because she wants their country to be liberated. She wants women to have rights.
Yeah.
They should have bombed them years ago when they made them wear all those black things over their head and stuff, because that right there was enough to damn make you want to get rid of them. But at any rate, I don't understand. The left is so against this war, but yet the left is saying that we're going to fight for Roe versus Wade because of woman's right to choose. Well, if it's a woman's right to choose, because no woman gets up every day and chooses the same outfit. No woman's getting up doing that. That's forced on her. Women don't get up and dress in the middle of the desert in all black. No woman does that. So men have taken the rights of women in that country. But yet you are here in this country fighting for equality, fighting for women's rights, for reproductive rights. But yet in that country, it's okay to oppress the female gender.
Right.
That, folks, is called hypocrisy. So don't message me about the war anymore, because I'm going to hurt your feelings, because I'm going to tell you straight out, I don't give a damn whether you agree with me or whether you don't agree with me. I don't have to agree with you to like you, and I don't have to agree with you to dislike you. But we should be, as a country, coming together, because we're at war. Right. We are at war. Our country is at war with another country. Whether we hate the commander-in-chief or not, which I don't, but whether you hate the commander-in-chief or not, you're fighting. You should be praying for our men and women that are at war.
Absolutely.
That are fighting to liberate another country that will ultimately save your children and your grandchildren and your great-grandchildren from being bombed.
Yeah.
But
And hopefully give women and
Equality.
everybody a better life in that country.
Exactly.
You know?
And because I don't know of anyone that says on their bingo card, this summer, I'm going to go to Iran.
Right.
I'm going to Dubai, but I'll skip Iran.
Yeah.
No one is saying that it's a hot vacation spot. No one's saying that the place, people are fleeing the country.
Yeah.
So clearly if the people that's there don't want to be there, I'm not going to punch my ticket to go.
Yeah.
Which I just got mine back to where I can start doing that again. But it's baffling to me that we can't even, that you hate someone so bad that you will root for the other side that our country's fighting against and place our men and women in harm's way. You're talking about he sent our young sons and daughters to war. The same young sons and daughters that you're praying get killed and that Iran wins the war. Now think about the hypocrisy there.
Yeah.
You're sitting here saying that President Trump sent these sons and daughters to war. Keep in mind, these sons and daughters enlisted.
Right.
They were not drafted. Right. They enlisted. They get a paycheck for being in the armed services.
And we are forever grateful.
Exactly. But that's the career that they chose.
Right.
So when you sign up, you know that there may come a time that you go to war.
Right. And our job here is to support them.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
And when I saw that young man, that picture of him smiling and his brothers in the army wrapped their arms around him on that plane, folks, I ain't gonna lie to you. I was crying like the woman at the well.
Yeah.
I was so emotional over that because I was prayed for that kid every day for God to please place a protective hedge around him and keep a healing hand on him. And look what God did.
I know.
And then it came out that the first message he sent out was God is good.
I know.
Now think about that. And it was like I was saying to you this morning about what happened this morning, the text message that I got. And I looked at you and I said, look at my life. Look at the things that are happening. Look at the opportunities that are happening. And look at where we were a year ago.
Yeah.
And tell me that that's not God. So folks, if you don't believe in God, look at Todd's life and look at all the blessings that are happening for me. And then, because if you can't, a lot of people will say, well, I don't believe in what I can't see. Well, you can see me. Know that I'm living a Joseph life. God has taken what was meant to destroy me and turned it into something that is building me greater than I've ever been. So I am grateful for that. And I'm grateful for this young man who is now, and he and the other soldier, pilot that was ejected, they got him that same day. But I'm praying for a speedy recovery for them. And I know that their family are so grateful to know that their sons are alive and well.
I know.
And I'm grateful and I'm proud to be an American today.
That's right.
I'm proud to be American.
What better way to end it?
There you go. So until next week, folks, good luck and God bless.